We could all use a good cup of coffee in the morning. It's the perfect pick-me-up and a great way to kickstart your day. That's because coffee often helps you get through your tasks or makes them more tolerable. There's no doubt why it would be your favorite drink. But how much do you actually know about coffee? Currently, the coffee case is stronger than ever, and you could be getting more from your go-to morning beverage than you thought. Coffee is packed with substances that may help safeguard against type 2 diabetes or heart failure. Not just these, but there are many facts about coffee that you might not know. So grab your cup of joe and watch until the end as we discuss 11 amazing facts about coffee. Let's get started. Number 1, you'll be amazed to know coffee is a fruit. You may think coffee is grown like tea plantations, getting its qualities from harvesting the leaves. However, that's not true. Coffee cherries are fruits because they have seeds, which are not part of the plant like the root. Coffee plants generate fruit and beans grow inside them. This can provide two forms of berries that are either red or green. Red berries have a more pleasing aroma and are less acidic, being the go-to preference for lighter roasted coffee. Also, did you know that a variety of coffee comes from cat and elephant poop? Yes, you heard that right. As crazy as it sounds, combinations of coffee like this are highly sought after worldwide. But those who consume this coffee generally don't enjoy coffee from red or green berries. Number 2, do you know why coffee boosts your energy levels? Coffee is high in the stimulant caffeine. Caffeine boosts your energy levels by improving your metabolic rate and fighting fatigue. It also enhances the release of adrenaline, the energy hormone of your brain. Caffeine stops the receptors of a neurotransmitter called adenosine. Your nervous system manages adenosine levels, and when you begin getting to a dangerously high level, the brain slows down, making you want to take a nap or at least put the brakes on what you're doing. After drinking coffee, your adenosine stops, and the level of the neurotransmitters like dopamine in your brain increases, improving your energy performance. A study on cycling participants after having caffeine found that coffee increased time to exhaustion by 12% during a cycling exercise and drastically reduced fatigue levels. Another study had similar results but was conducted on golf performance. It was found that consuming caffeine before and during a round of golf enhanced performance, reducing feelings of fatigue and increased subjective energy levels. We know you love coffee, so we have a treat for you. A clean and pure coffee called the Original Ground Coffee from Bulletproof. It's a medium roast ground coffee, caffeinated with distinct notes of cinnamon, plum, and orange with a cocoa hazelnut finish. The beans are of the highest quality, expertly picked by hand to maintain maximum integrity and flavor, following organic practices without the negative financial impact a certification has on local farms. It is also certified clean and tested for impurities to help keep your coffee pure and jitter-free. Check out the link in the description below to get yours today. Number 3, coming back to our topic, coffee can protect you from type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic disease that affects how the body reacts to sugar. When blood sugar stays high, it can lead to severe health problems. Having coffee may help you reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. A review found that people who consume coffee are at a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes than people who don't have coffee, which holds true whether the coffee is caffeinated or not. This effect is due to coffee protecting the functionality of the beta cells in the pancreas, which produces the insulin that regulates the blood sugar levels. Your coffee also contains magnesium, which benefits your body by breaking down sugar. Number 4, are you trying to manage your weight? We got good news for you. Caffeine may also help in managing weight, staying fit, and reducing obesity. Coffee supports gut health and alters fat storage, benefiting weight management and heart health. A recent review found that men with lower body fat consume high coffee as part of their routine. More research proves this has an identical effect on women. Another study concluded that people who consume more than 1 cup of coffee per day were almost 20% more likely to get their recommended physical activity done than those with less than 1 cup per day. You can add coffee to your weight loss plan, but make sure you don't add any fatty milk or sugar. Number 5, the following fact may surprise you, but coffee lowers the risk of depression. Some studies have shown that drinking coffee lowers your risk of depression and helps in reducing its symptoms. Every cup of coffee you consume daily reduces the risk of depression by 8%. One study showed that more than 200,000 people drinking coffee were associated with a lower risk of death by suicide. Another study noted that having at least 4 cups of coffee was linked to a significantly lower risk of depression than people who drink just 1 cup daily. Number 6, also your liver likes coffee a lot. Liver disease is a severe condition that can lead to life-threatening health complications, including cirrhosis. Interestingly, the good news is that coffee may support your liver health and guard against disease. A daily cup of coffee reduces the risk of dying from chronic liver disease by 15%. If you are an avid coffee drinker, then you may be pleased to know that drinking 4 cups per day lowers the risk of dying from liver disease by around 70%. A study found that drinking more than 2 cups of coffee daily lowers the risk of liver cancer and liver scarring if you live with liver disease. Coffee also decreases liver stiffness, which is linked to the formation of scar tissue. Number 7. Coffee supports your heart. Coffee can help improve your overall heart health. Drinking 3 to 5 cups of coffee in a day shields you against heart disease, improves overall heart health, and reduces the risk of death by cardiovascular complications. One review showed that drinking close to 4 cups of coffee daily decreases the risk of stroke by 21%. There's more. One study of nearly 21,000 people also found that high coffee intake dramatically decreases the risk of heart failure. However, if you're a coffee lover, remember that caffeine can regulate blood pressure levels. So if your blood pressure is unmanaged, you need to limit or moderate your caffeine intake. Number 8. There is more to coffee and the brain than just improving concentration. Coffee can shield you against Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disorder that affects your thinking power and leads to memory loss. Sadly, there is no cure at the moment, but early diagnosis and treatment can definitely slow its progression. A review of studies found that the more coffee you consume, the lower your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease is. Number 9. It also reduces the risk of Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is also a progressive neurological condition that leads to a struggle with balance and movement. Like Alzheimer's, there is currently no cure to it, but treatments exist to slow down the progression. However, if you're a regular coffee drinker, then you are at a significantly lower risk of developing Parkinson's disease, and coffee may also slow disease progression. Additionally, limited coffee consumption could lower the risk of dementia and cognitive decline. Number 10. Your skin also benefits from the effects of drinking coffee. Coffee beans contain polyphenols like chlorogenic acids called CGA that may have antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects, which can protect you from photoaging. You can apply liquid coffee on your skin or as a scrub made from the grounds. This can help you with skin problems like psoriasis, eczema, and acne. Just make sure you cool the coffee before using it. Number 11, last but not least, coffee enhances athletic performance. You may have heard that caffeine can be dehydrating, which is one of the main reasons fitness experts recommend avoiding coffee pre- and post-workout. However, a recent study suggests that moderate caffeine intake before exercise improves people's endurance and decreases their perceived exertion. Coffee is often taken as an ergogenic aid by athletes looking to raise their performance and energy levels. An ergogenic aid is also known as a performance enhancer. Another study with around 125 older adults noted that drinking coffee was associated with much improved physical performance and faster gait speed, even after the researchers had taken in the factors like age, fat, and physical activity levels. All these facts and health benefits of drinking coffee are amazing, but that doesn't mean you should readily increase the amount of coffee you consume. For some of you, coffee can cause irritability, anxiety, or nervousness in high doses, and it can also affect sleep quality and cause insomnia. If you have hypertension, coffee can raise your blood pressure. Also, avoid coffee if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, it can give you the jitters. So how much coffee is considered healthy and how much is too much? 2 to 3 medium-sized cups per day are okay if they're without milk, cream, and sugar. Caffeine affects everyone differently, so if you start experiencing any adverse side effects, consider cutting your coffee intake accordingly. Yes, we all love coffee, but it's essential to understand that even the most rigorous scientific studies are subjective. So by all means, enjoy your morning beverage, but interpret these facts with caution. Care to learn more? Watch Drinking Coffee Every Day Does This to Your Body, or How Coffee Affects Your Weight. Watch one or why not both and keep the conversation going. How do you take your coffee in the morning? Let us know in the comment section below.